Hi creators, it's Claire from Springworth and it's probably not time, but I am starting a new project. So I got these two charm squares from CraftAlive in Canberra. I got the Beyond Bella by Annie Brady, Moda, they're both Moda. And then I got the Rainbow Sherbet by Sarah Thomas. So rainbow is definitely the theme of this quilt and I've spent a little bit of time deciding what I'm going to make. So I'm going to add sashing to these. I'm not looking for a huge quilt. I'm actually seriously considering hand quilting this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add sashing between each of these. So each square has a white or cream border around it. And then I'm going to do either a colour wash or a rainbow. And when I say rainbow, I mean like almost like a colour spectrum. So lighter in the middle, graduating out to the more intense colours at the edge, the darker colours, and then going around in the colour wheel. They both don't have every single colour, but that is totally okay because it's going to be kind of not perfect. Like that's not the intention. The intention isn't to have every single colour in every single square, but to give the effect of a colour wheel, colour spectrum. So I'm super excited to get into these. I'm going to supplement these also with some solid colour because they both have patterns on. So in the Rainbow Sherbet, the patterns actually are different. So there's some like flowers, there's some triangles, no it's not triangle, rectangles connected, some squiggles, some circles, lots of different patterns in this pack, which I'm loving. But then the Beyond Bella pack, it is the same pattern throughout, so it is the like little stars on each of the different colours. So I love that kind of some different, some same, and I will supplement that with some solid colours. Now I've said I'm thinking about hand quilting, and of course I'm already thinking about what sort of design that will be. I don't want to do straight lines. When we were at CraftAlive, I saw this really cute quilt where the hand quilting didn't kind of go all the way. It stopped, it was more placed, and it had these little stars at the end of each row to really highlight that feature. So I'm really digging into that idea, but also I'm thinking about curves. So we will have to see where that comes out. First I have to get this set up. I'm hoping for a square. I'm hoping for like a nice 12 by 12 grid. So some nice mathematics in there with that collar. Let's see how we go. I had planned this as a leader and an ender project, but just flicking through this rainbow makes me think I'm not going to have the patience for that, and I think we're just going to do it as a regular quilt project.
I'm in the quilt shop that started it all. This is Pickle Mouse Corner in Laura, and this is where I bought my first quilt fabric bundle, and I came back to look for some light to see what I want to put as the sashing on the mini charm quilt. So let's see what light volume they've got and see which one I'm going to buy. I'm really tossing up between these two. This one has like vines and flowers, where this one really is more leaves.
Clearly June wasn't the time to start the project because this is almost the sum of my efforts. One sashed square, and I decided I'm actually not going to do the sashing quite like this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the short strip on each of them, and then the strip that runs along them all, so the strip that runs along here, I'm actually going to do them in one so that there's not lots of gaps. So I did start to cut the sashing, and let me show you the fabric I actually ended up choosing. So I ended up choosing the leaves over the vines. So I'm going to get started now doing this on the machine. It's not going to be a leader end project. I'm just looking forward to making some colourful, quilty fun. Could have been sensible and did all of the same colour at the same time, but this is so much fun. I am very much now looking forward to this bright and colourful collection. So now I just have, what, like 130 pieces to go. It's amazing what you can achieve with a little bit of motivation and some excitement. I've actually done all of the solids, I just can't hold them all. So I'm going to crack on with the 2 charm sets that I purchased, and these have all been ironed as well, which is good with the seams open. So absolutely blasting through this project. other solids laid out in what I think will become my rainbow, and I'm now going to try and incorporate those into these colour sections. It's a little bit messy, but this is where I have got to. There's a little bit of kind of teal that doesn't fit kind of in that base palette. And then I've got a couple of grey, a brown, and like a real aqua. I'm just not sure about it. So I'm going to count all these up, see if I've got enough. Otherwise I'll try and squeeze in at least the brown and the green, because I'm really not sure where I would put the grey. So I started trying to lay this out with a colour wheel idea. But what I'm finding is I'm ending up with a lot of the same. Like these solids are generally quite dark. So I'm going to end up with like a solid row of solids, and I don't want that. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to do the colour wash idea. This is where I'm going to leave it for the moment. I'm pretty happy with that arrangement. I've incorporated as many of the patterned pieces as possible. Taken out a few of the darkest solids. So not too many pieces of the same style together. I'll just kind of let that sit, and this will obviously have all the white sashing in between all the rows, but in order for it to fit onto this space, I'll just kind of put them all together. So that will also help just to soften some of those changes, like a real dark to a real light one. I've made it to 6 rows out of 12 pieced together, and don't forget there will be white sashing between each of these rows. But there is another project I'm working on that I really need to finish, so I've been kind of using this as a treat, so do some embroidery, and I'm really on the last stages, so it's a challenge to motivate myself, and then come in here and piece one of the strips. I've also been out today and bought some backing fabric. I didn't find anything in the stash that really tied together all the colours, but I'm going to make you wait until the next video to see what that fabric is, because I'm going to leave this video here because it's just about to come and mess up all my pieces. So there is also going to be a feature colour that I'm going to use either in the binding or around on the front to tie the front and the back together. Obviously it's one of the colours from here, so which colour do you think it's going to be? Let me know in the comments, and you will have to check back for part 2 of this project. I still am really wanting to hand quilt, so I will have to see how that intention goes, and you're just going to have to come back next week and see what else I am making.